What's going on? How you
Hi,
doing?
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm actually really
Okay,
excited.
good, good. Not nervous
I
about
am.
it?
A little,
A
a
little.
little.
Okay.
Probably, yeah, but it's fine.
All
I'm
right.
excited.
Good,
I'm enjoying the conversation.
good, good. Okay, okay.
In
I
my
have to
bonnet.
start that in your bonnet. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't gonna say
I mean, you said you was authentic, and I was like, I could take my bonnet off, or I could just be
That's
myself.
right.
Don't have my bonnet up.
That's right. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Okay. So you know this is gonna be posted on the page. Clips of this will be posted on my Instagram, the full video posted on YouTube. Everything. I got your consent on that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'm just gonna spin this wheel. This wheel is made up of you know what the wheel is made up of, right?
Nope.
No? Okay. The wheel is made up of random questions. Actually, let me refresh this so I don't so I might be asking you some of the same questions as the last guest, but it's all random. I don't know how many choices are on here, but it's like political stuff, sexual questions, uh relationship questions, spiritual questions, stuff like that. Random. All right.
Okay.
We're just gonna,
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna throw the wheel and see what it gives us.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's no exceptions. There's only one exception to me skipping the question. Two, one that's if it's a racial question and I don't want to get you in trouble, right?
Okay.
Or if it's a question that I've already asked you. All right. So here
Okay.
we go. Let's see what the magic wheel has. The sound effect is crazy. Uh, okay. First question. Why do
Okay.
you think a man would try to control the clothes his woman wears?
Why do I think a man would try to control the clothes his woman wears?
Yes.
I think on a fundamental level, I think it would be insecurity, not necessarily just for himself, but my first thought is always insecurity. My second thought is a sense of control, a sense of ownership of what is under those clothes, and not liking other people to see that this idea that it's only for him.
Mm.
But I feel like it can be religious, it can be cultural and stuff, but I still think those things have like roots in insecurity and control. I think they kind of go hand in hand.
Mm.
Um, if you don't, I'm the kind of person that's always going to try to think of like how it could be okay.
Mm.
So I don't want to like completely say that it's a negative. I'd rather just say that if you don't like the way a woman dresses, then maybe you shouldn't be with that woman if it's that serious. If you have to tell her not to wear something,
Mm.
like
Mm. Okay. When when
I don't
when
know, unless she's like naked.
when you say insecurity, what do you mean exactly? Because that's typically the response that you're going to get when you ask that question, but I don't know if it's ever really expounded on.
I feel like some men are worried about other men finding the woman attractive and having the ability to draw their woman's attention. Um,
Okay.
and I think some people are worried about, um, and it may sound bad, but her feeling a certain way and like seeing other options when she sees other attention.
Mm.
Like if she feels real sexy and feels real good and like is getting a lot of attention, that she may be tempted to follow that attention.
Okay.
Um, yeah, those would be like the first like two sides of it. I would probably say. Can
Okay.
I? You can be uncomfortable with the level of nudity. I don't know. I won't say nudity, but like a level of sexiness. But I don't know. Don't you want to be sexy, or is it only like for you? It's kind of hard for me to understand.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't necessarily want to push back just yet
Okay.
because I think I do. But first, let me ask you, what do you think is the equivalent for women?
About controlling things, like what a woman wears, the equivalent for a man, maybe controlling what he's looking at on social media and stuff. I feel like what you're liking and and things like that.
Isn't that
Uh,
interesting? I said that before. It's interesting how the thing that can make a woman insecure is a man paying attention to women. But when women wear things that attract attention, the man can't feel a type of way or else he's being insecure. It's very interesting.
I don't agree
I
with
think that's interesting.
policing your man's social media.
Hmm.
I don't agree with that personally. I'm not
You don't agree with
threatened by
either.
you.
Yeah.
No,
Because you so
no,
well,
no.
what do you think opens the door to potential uh infidelity?
I feel like infidelity comes from first, like yourself. If you're gonna like be unfaithful, you
Mhm.
have something going on with
100.
you. You have something
It's
that you're
true.
missing, that you're wanting, that you're desiring. I don't necessarily put it on my partner to say that I'm like he's not the reason why I'm being unfaithful, unless I've chosen to stay in a situation where I'm unhappy and now I'm acting out.
But if let me ask you this, if you weren't happy and
Mhm.
dressing in a way that attracts attention, isn't it more likely that you'll attract his replacement?
I think it's a possibility, and I don't think you have to look sexy to do it.
Well, I didn't ask that part. I didn't ask that part. That might be true, but I asked you the one thing, and the one
Okay,
thing was yes. The one thing was yes. So
it's a
in that sense,
possibility.
does he that would be like if a guy is doing the same thing where he's for some reason just coming home, going to sleep, coming home, going to sleep, coming home, going to sleep, but you see him underneath these women's comments, leaving all types of praise and all that stuff, but not giving you anything, and in that sense, you're not. That's not a. It's just it's this. The insecurity comes from a reality that there's a deficiency in this relationship and you're only like making it worse and worse by continuing to go that route as opposed to this route because you could only foresee where that's going to go, right? So that would make you in a sense start acting in a certain type of way. And I think I forgot where I was going with that, but
It's okay.
yeah, and that because I've had people do that to me too. I don't like the way it feels, but I understand it because it's like that could create a relationship. It'll create an insecurity because that does actually open the door. It would be like if I approach women every day for numbers just because I want to stay sharp, right? And then I come home and you find a pocket full of numbers, and I say I have no intention on calling these women, and you're like, but one day you might. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, well, every day you go out looking all good and people attract you and you tell them no. But one day you might. Like, it's like the same thing. It's just creating a relationship insecurity. That's the reason why the person feels that way. But also, what I wanted to ask you earlier when I said the pushback, but this isn't really pushback. But I want to go back to the one thing about the first part when I asked you about the insecurity. Do you think a man has a responsibility to protect his woman?
In what way?
Well, whatever way that makes sense to you, you know.
I mean, there's a lot of ways that I would want to be protected.
Oh,
I don't
physically,
need,
like
I
protect his woman
personally,
physically, protect you physically from men, basically, or from outside harm.
and I can only speak for myself, I can't speak for other
Mm-hmm.
people. If somebody is harassing me, if I can look at my partner and let them know that I'm uncomfortable, if they see someone is making me
Yeah.
uncomfortable, I would like them to, I'm not saying like go hit anybody or anything like that, but come in and let me know that I'm not alone. Like if something happens, I'm gonna fight with you. But if something happens to me or somebody's doing something to me, yes, I would like you to help protect me. Am I gonna fight for myself? Absolutely. But if you like stand over there and watch me feel uncomfortable or watch me be harassed, like that's not okay with me. I don't expect you to argue with or get mad at every single person who looks at me.
Mm.
That's not a
Yeah.
thing. Um, Only if I'm actually like, if I need like assistance or
Okay.
something, if
Okay.
somebody's bothering me.
Now, uh, shit. There was another thing, but then I thought of this new thing. So now we're on the new thing. So, as a follow up question to that, do you think that all right. So I have to. This is so interesting, right? Because I ask these questions so often, and women will go around the question so often that I'm already asking the question in anticipation of that. Because all right, so I'm going to ask the question, and then I'm going to do the caveat thing. So, do you believe that a woman's clothes can invite unwarranted attention or harassment, even though I know that if a woman dresses in what she deems, not what we as men deem as bummy or not attractive, she's still going to get attention, you know, because at the end of the day, you're still a woman, right? You're still a woman
Mhm.
that men want. So at the end of the day, it doesn't at 100% matter how you present it, but do you think that a woman's clothes send a message, like specific messages based on the appearance?
I think those are two questions, but I do think that yes, it can attract attention if I'm out wearing a certain outfit versus if I'm out wearing a more conservative outfit. Absolutely,
Okay.
yes.
That's exactly.
Um, the messages sent are dependent upon the person who's receiving them. Because somebody can look at me and say that I'm a whore and be disgusted, and somebody can look at me and be like, "Oh, she want to fuck,
Well,
so I'm gonna go try her."
they're both
You know what I mean?
saying similar things.
You know?
Because we live in the same culture where we have the same kind of cultural symbols on stuff, you know. So a person in a certain type of uniform that's a certain color blue, that's kind of short with long socks and black shiny shoes, gonna look like a mailman. I don't know if he's a mailman. He ain't turned around. I can't see the logo, but he looks like a mailman. And you know, so there's just certain type of things of certain things a person's gonna look at and just because we need prejudice in order to think quicker to survive and stuff, we're just going to put certain things in the box. But you did answer the question. You said yes, so I'm not going to keep beating up on that point or whatever. I appreciate you for even saying that because, you know, typically, and maybe you would have went to the caveat had not said the caveat, but typically
No,
people
I'm
go
gonna
to the
be honest
caveat.
with you. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. I appreciate that. Yeah, because it's a thing. It's like it's almost as if when I have these conversations with women, it's almost as if we just remove nature completely out of this. The people who design clothing have not removed the fact that men are attracted to breasts because of procreation. The people who make clothes, the people who sell stuff, they everything that's the craziest part about it. The people who manipulate us the most understand us as animals, but we refuse to understand ourselves from the basis of survival and procreation. We just won't do it.
I feel like women, like we want to be sexy. We like being sexy. We like the attention when it comes to somebody that we like or we're attracted to. And then when it comes to somebody we don't like or we're not attracted to, now it's
Yes,
a problem. And now like this person's being X, Y, and Z. And
exactly.
I don't think that it's quite fair. I believe I should be able to be as naked as I want to be, and I believe that nobody should touch me. You can look. I can't stop you from looking at me. You know, I walked outside looking good.
Well,
You know, I
but do
can't,
you
but don't touch me.
understand the purpose of your body? The reason because you didn't build your body, you didn't birth yourself and shape your
No,
body. You didn't do that. Nature did that for you. Do you understand why nature did that? That's the question.
yeah. I mean, and I have no problem being sexy. I don't
That's
care.
the so
I'll
that's
walk around and be sexy all day long, and that's fine. And if I get negative attention, then I get negative attention. But like I said, that happens whether I'm trying to be sexy or not.
well, that's
And
because you are a woman. It doesn't happen to me. You know, the only time that happens to me is if I'm maybe in the presence of gay men. You see what I'm saying?
mm,
And then it's like, I wonder if this is how women feel. Because
yes,
it's like, this
feel
is
like it's a perfect
uncomfortable.
analogy.
It's just like,
Literally.
but see, that's what I'm saying. That's not, men don't walk around getting accosted by women all day. That's not what happens because our body isn't built to make you respond in that way. You know what I'm saying? Your chemicals, there is no life thing that babies have to be on to keep them alive. We suckle from y'all breasts to stay alive. It makes it a totally different type of body part that y'all have than when you see a man's bare chest. It's not the same.
I'll push back just a little bit, maybe because
Okay.
I'm a woman, but I watch women objectify men. I watch women, and I live in Mexico. I
Mm,
live in like kind of like a tourist part, so it is a little amplified because people are on vacation and stuff like that.
makes sense.
But I've watched a lot of women who will like push
Mm,
when there's an attractive man around, and I
okay.
do feel bad for them. So I do understand what you
Don't
mean.
feel
I think
bad
it's more typical
for
for a
them, man.
woman to receive that kind of attention,
Yeah.
but Yeah.
Yeah, like say for
Yeah.
well, let me put it this way. Let me put it in the because I wouldn't even say that this is more so normal, but you don't see men get accosted in popular nightclubs. You don't see men get
Mm.
accosted at strip clubs. You don't. I mean, these are the popular places where everybody hangs out. You don't see men really getting accosted at like a Walmart or a ShopRite or whatever the fuck. You don't really see men get accosted in these places. Or like say for example, the telltale thing that I have that makes me feel bad for women in Philadelphia, but also makes me not be able to date women in Philadelphia, is when you walk down the streets, you have corner stores, and on the corner stores, there's a group of guys on every one once the weather starts to break, what like how it is now, right? So every corner store, there's a group of guys sitting out there, and you're an attractive woman walking because you take the bus because public transportation is the means of transportation there. So you're walking past this group of guys saying nice things to you until you deny them and then getting a bit aggressive. And then you walk to another corner, you go through that over and over and over again. You know, now me as a man walking past you, I'm never going to walk past a group of women and get that. I'm never going to, that's not going to
Not
happen.
like
Now,
that.
we are both in danger of the guys on the corner. They could want rob, beat me up, whatever. You know, it's the same type of thing. Everybody's going, but it's not the same. It's just not the same
It's
situation. Women attract. You know, men can attract, but it's typically not what they face. You know, because you a handsome broke dude don't do nothing for you. It just don't do nothing for you. A broke beautiful woman, it's all we need. It's all we need. It's all we need. I never got gained an income in thought that I'm going to be in reliance on someone else's income. I've never thought that. I've never thought about even combining incomes. I've always lived to be a support system. That's always what I've had in mind as a man. I think most men do. You're never thinking, you know, I hope she bring her home. That's never really the thought. That's just not how that is. So it's not really how to. You see what I'm trying to say?
I
Y'all can attract
do. I don't know.
me.
I attract the men who needs a place to stay. So I've never been taken care of before. I've never been provided for before. And
Well,
I'll
I
say
think that has
one
a lot to
time,
do with
but
the
like
time that
it was
we in.
manipulative. But I mean, I'm just
See,
saying,
that's
like,
the thing. How can
you,
okay, okay?
I would
Either
say that,
he's
okay,
broke on the
there,
couch or he's a manipulative rich dude. There's no in
no, he
between.
wasn't even rich. He was just trying to, like, he was trying to, I can't even really say that he was doing anything really wrong. He was trying to show me what I wasn't getting. He was trying to do what he wanted to do because he cared about me. At the same time, what made it manipulative was I kept explaining to him what I did not want and what I was not okay with and what I did not need.
Mhm.
And it became a frustration and a cycle of him trying to prove something that to me, I already told you what you're doing is not going to change that for me. Um, I think that there are plenty of men who have the idea of being a support system, being a provider, who aren't coming into it with a woman to benefit from her. And I think that there are men who also do come into it and end up benefiting,
Mhm.
and are okay benefiting and are okay with, even if I won't say okay completely, it may bother them to a certain degree, but you're going to let me pay the bills. You're not going to like strategize or find a way to make it easier on me because I'm already taking care of it. That subset of men like does exist, and I think that we hear a lot of women talking about it. But I will never deny that there are men out there who like actually want to help and support, like you said.
Dude,
I just haven't.
I well, okay, so I have like two, three questions that come from that. All right, okay, all right. So today's, I don't know, I don't want to go back through the commercial things to be honest with you, but uh, do you think that do you think that a man hold on, hold on. Because every time I ask the question, I hear rebuttals from people that don't even exist yet. But do you think that? Do you think that? Oh man, it's like that's what I'm basically trying to say is that if you are a modern man, then you would let a woman pay all the bills, even if it makes you feel like less than a man. It would be like saying that no, that's toxic masculinity. You see what I'm saying? If you were to feel bad a woman paying all the bills and you feel like less of a man and that's making you have a shitty attitude, it's like that's toxic masculinity. Get over these gender roles. But would you want that? If he was, I don't know, would you want a guy that was just letting you pay all the bills and stuff?
I feel like, and I'll speak for myself and then I'll kind of speak in general. I believe that a partnership, like you being a man and me being the woman, if the partnership works, if our balance works, and let's say that like I am super career driven, like I really love to work, I really love my job, I have all my stuff set down, and you come into my life as a counterpart that, I mean, to come empty handed, like financially is a little, but if you're coming in and like improving my life in the ways that I need my life improved, if you're coming in as a balance that makes my life better, if that works for us, specifically us, I think that can be fine.
That's not what I'm
And
asking.
if we've talked about it, what I mean, I don't think it's toxic. I think as a partnership, you should want to come in with something.
So
I'm not
that's what
having
I'm
a
asking.
child by you coming into my life.
Okay.
I don't
So
want to
that's
have to like
look at it as
take
a
all of my,
penalty.
you know what I mean? And I don't expect a man to, because I'm either.
Woo.
It's a partnership. Like we should be working together.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. It was the way that you were answering the question. You were answering the question that almost makes anything yes. You know, it's like, I mean, if that's what works for us and then we find
Because
balance and
sometimes
we're
it
comfortable. But
does.
I'm asking what works for you. What do you
For
desire? Not
me,
what do you desire to settle for? What do you desire to
I'm,
have? That's
I'm not gonna settle. I've been
what
single for 5
you
years. I
desire.
can't settle now. I desire someone that I don't have to like take care of financially. I desire a partner that already has like their own place and like they pay their own bills and they don't need me to pay their bills. Um, I desire a partner who is secure enough to help me out when I need help. I don't often need help, but has the ability to, has the desire to see my life improve by being connected with them. That's what I want. And not just because you like have sex with me and give me hugs. Like I want you to see like my actual like everyday life improve because I'm connected to you. That's what I want.
All right. Thank you. That was a straight answer. That's what I needed there. I appreciate that. And I'm not no pushback on that. I don't see anything wrong with that, you know, personal preference and everything. And I think most women actually feel that way. Yeah. So let's consult the wheel and see what it has for us again. I love this part. Okay. What's your least favorite position and why?
My least favorite position,
And why?
uh,
And why?
I just need like 30 seconds to think about my least favorite position.
Okay. So let me give you some music. I'm thinking music.
I don't really have one.
You don't
Okay,
have one?
okay.
You
I
like
have
them
my
all?
least favorite
Okay.
position. I mean, yeah, okay, I do. I have one. I don't like getting picked up because I'm not a little girl. I don't like getting picked up and I don't feel safe. I feel like you gonna drop me. It don't do nothing for me and I can't enjoy it if you picking bitches up. I can't do it.
Oh shit! See, I thought that I didn't even know that was on the damn table. Okay, pick up. What position is that called?
I don't know
That
what the
hello?
fuck it's called.
I need
But I don't
a
want to do
production
it.
staff so we can look
I'm
shit
good.
up.
I'm
I need a Google thing.
good.
I ain't even know
I'm
what's
good.
that one called. That's the Ving Rhames. That's the baby boy. What he
Is
was saying when he was going
is
across the room.
is.
I forgot what he said. That's what we gonna call it though. Okay. All right. That's the
I feel
Ving
like you're
Rhames.
expecting me to say being on top or something.
Being on top. Second one.
No, I don't mind as long as I can put one of my feet down If we got, I have a little futon. If I put one foot
Oh,
down, I'm good.
futons is the
I need
best
a
one.
little bit of just a, you know, a little
Yeah.
stronghold.
Even in the missionary,
Makes
I
it
need to put my
better.
foot down. Shit, give me that leverage. Down that motherfucker like I'm skateboarding, you know? And that's what works for me. It keeps the stamina going, you know? Just kick, push. Kick, push. That's how you do it, you know? All right, so one more question for you. You ready? Let's see what
Okay.
it got this time. I hope it throw you a doozy. Hey, my man, throw her a doozy. Just, all right, here we go. This is not so, okay, this is not a doozy. If you could only pick one stroke for the rest of your life, which would it be? Slow strokes or Pound Town?
Slow strokes.
Slow strokes. And why, if you don't mind me asking?
Um, uh, I feel like that should be hurting. If we don't work up to it, that should hurt.
Ah, I see.
I don't, you know, yeah, that's painful. That's painful until like I'm at a level of arousal that allows for that.
Okay.
You know, yeah, that's not, no.
Does Pound Town get numb after a while?
For me, no,
Well, as far
no.
as, let me say, not pain wise, but pleasure wise, does it get numb wise? Does it get numb ever?
I feel like I don't feel like the pleasure at a certain point. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and it depends on like where it's positioned and stuff. Because sometimes I can take a lot more if something's like angled a certain
Mm.
way and I'm not in pain. I do experience pleasure and I do like it.
Angle
It's like
off
it takes a minute to
slightly
find, you know what I mean? Like,
so it doesn't hit your cervix. Thing.
yeah, so it doesn't hit my fucking
Mm.
cervix. My poor fucking cervix, yeah.
I was about to go back to that. She said her fucking cervix. She means that shit.
Okay. I mean it. I've endured a lot of pain to, at this point, no longer want to do that. Good.
I feel you on
I'm
that.
good.
I feel
Please
you.
don't hurt me.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you for doing this. You answered
Oh,
all the
the
questions. You did it bravely. Thank you for being correct. You and the mighty bonnet, the satin crown,
You said what?
the satin crown.
You know what
It's
I mean?
satin, right? That's satin. Satin, yeah. See,
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
the wraparound one too. It stay on and everything.
Oh,
You
okay. Through
know,
the whole
this is
night.
my friend. Oh yeah, and I work
Okay.
from home, so it can be on my head all day
All
sometimes. But
right.
you know,
Okay.
I'm
Well, I think
excited.
the
Thank you
people
for letting me
appreciated
do
what
this.
you said. Wait, I'm sorry. Say what you said.
I said
Say it
thank
again.
you for letting me do this. I watch you all the time, and so it was really nice to actually have a conversation with you. I was really excited about it. So thank you. I appreciate the conversations that you're having. I think that we need it, and that they're important. And the way that you have them is really helpful to a lot of people who can't get past like the bickering part
Mm,
of trying to have a
yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
So I just want to say thank you.
Well, thank you. You actually made me blush. I felt it. I'm gonna have to edit that out, but thank you. I actually felt. I said, "Oh shit! I gotta get that out of here." All right. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
Why?
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
because I'm from South
Thank
Philly.
you.
Can't let nobody see that. They think you pray after that.
No. Okay. Never mind. Anyway, we can have another conversation another day if you're so inclined. If you're so
Yeah, we'll
inclined,
have
because
to
you
talk
can't
about
do
toxic
that after.
masculinity.
Yeah, you can't do that after pushing back at me. You can't say that. You got to be authentic. You blushed. It's okay. Take your praises. What?
Okay. All right.
Come on.
You know, flowers
And
new. Flowers new in that. That's new.
get better. It'll get easier to receive them. And whoever said I was playing, it's okay. I don't have to play, baby. I only saw one comment. She said she tried to be good. They don't know me.
No,
I
she
don't
was
have to
cutting
try.
up. She was
I
cutting
don't have
up.
to try.
She was doing it in a very nice, polite way, but she was cutting up. For sure.
Anyway,
Yeah.
another time. Another
Another
time.
time for
I'll let
sure.
somebody else
I'll be
go.
doing this again. So,
Okay.
all right.
I'll
You
keep
enjoy your
my eyes
Sunday.
up. Thank you. You too.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Do I have to put
Oh
off? Okay.
shit. Oh, I got you because I know how to do it now.
I know what you did.
All right, have a good Sunday.
Thank you. I'm gonna keep watching.
Okay, good.
Okay.